Hello, it appears that I have to redo this all over again. It appears that I am doing this all over again. And I don't know why. Hello, everyone. I have no idea what happened before. There were some technical difficulties before, so I am now taking care of it. I am taking care of it. Here. You know, you can make a plan, but you can't plan the outcome.
I'm tired of the guilt that brings me pain. Now is the time for me to let go of the shame. The past behind me, I see anew. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender.
This is Charles Holt. Charles Holt. Come on, Charles. It's our Agape House Band. Greg Critchley, Reese Hester, Rob McDonald, Joshua Sklar, Ben Dowling, recent graduate of our practitioner program. Thank you.
How do I stop that noise? How do I stop that? All righty then. This, first of all, this is I messed up the first one. So now this, I'm doing this all over again. And I had different music. Everything was different. So here we go. I have I'm simply going to do a basic, nothing. I'm just going to go with it. All right. I'm not sharing anything right now. So I'm just going to go with it. Can I just go with it? All right. Going to have a meditation. We're going to have a meditation. 3-minute meditation. Meditation involves simply closing our eyes if you feel comfortable, putting yourself in a comfortable position. If you can lie down, please do so. If not, lie down if you can. If not, find a comfortable position. This is your time now to relax and to wash away every experience that you've had today. If it was a good experience, okay. Not so good, cleansing and washing time. It's time to wash it away. Using our gift of imagination, we're imagining ourselves sitting by the seashore. The waves are coming in and out. In and out. We are a wave in the ocean of the great oceanic presence of the source of all there is. Every wave that you see, we are a wave. We are part of the ocean. We are not separated from the ocean. There is no separation between us and the water and the ocean. We are a wave in the ocean. We're connected to one. We're all connected to the one. There is no separation. All is love, all is light, all is one. As we continue to sit by the water in our imagination, we feel safe, we're getting sun. The ocean waves are in the background. And we are happy. We are happy, we are joyous, and we are free. We are happy, we are joyous, and we are free. we're going to engage in a 3-minute creative visualization exercise, and the purpose is to simply quiet the mind and the body. This is a mind, body, spirit exercise. And what we're doing is slowing down. I'm going to do some deep breathing exercises, and we're simply going to slow down. We're going to inhale for 4 beats, hold 1, and then exhale another 4 beats. For example, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, an example. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. As we find ourselves in a very comfortable position where there is no strain on the muscles, every muscle in our body is relaxed. Arms, facial muscles is relaxed. Eyes, nose, and mouth are relaxed. Our chest area, our shoulders are relaxed. Thigh muscles down to our calves are relaxed. Calf area down to our ankles and our feet are totally relaxed. We are now ready to engage in our breathing exercise. Inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally. Again, inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally. Again, inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally. We are surrounded by the energy of love. The energy of love is everywhere, to include ourselves. The energy of divine love, divine mind, wise mind, Mother Nature, the One, is everywhere present to include ourselves. Mother Nature is within. Divine mind, wise mind is within. Love is within, and there is no separation between us and it. For the next 3 minutes, we will engage in silent meditation for the next 3 minutes, beginning now. As we're slowly returning, we're bringing with us the light of love, peace, imagination. Love, peace, imagination. I will slowly count from 10 back to 1. And with us will come love, peace, imagination. 10, 9, 8, love, peace, imagination. 7, 6, 5, bringing love, peace, imagination. 4, 3, we're slowly returning back into our realm. We're slowly realizing where we are and our environment. 2, we now know where we are. We're slowly awakening. And 1, we've now arrived back to our environment. When you're ready, open your eyes. When you're ready, open your eyes to the truth. And the truth is, we are one with God. We are alive. We are alive. I will not be outdone. I will not be outdone. I can't have it. We can make a plan, ladies and gentlemen. Always remember one thing. We make plans, but we cannot plan the outcome. Always remember that, ladies and gentlemen. We make plans, but we do not plan the outcome. It's just not the way things work. It is not the way things work. It is not the way it works. Bring it up, Paul.
Thinking about a dream I had. The pictures are fading fast. Noticing the music in each scene. And a peace beyond this world. I recall that I couldn't dwell in what was wrong. Couldn't care about what had gone. The message on the stereo was strong, saying one day the pain goes, and one day we see that what really matters in life or in dreams is the music of love. We hear it each scene, and I'm ready to listen now. I've heard your voice before. Your way has been calling me, and now I'm walking through the open door. I'm ready to listen now. I am ready to listen, Lord. I dreamed when we were
Take it off. Okay. Here we go. All right. Okay. First of all, good evening. This is the second attempt. The first attempt was 7 p.m. Eastern on the East Coast, and it was 4 p.m. on the West. And so this is the second attempt. Time is 9:28 on the East Coast. 9, that would make it 9:05, 4, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4 p.m. on the West. Hello, today is Sunday, May 29th. Welcome to Lessons with Reverend Barbara. I'm Reverend Bob. Today we are placing emphasis on our innate 12 spiritual powers. We have 12 spiritual powers. They are innate. They are within us. When we were born, they were born. They were with us. They're, in our DNA. The primary text is Dare to Prosper by Catherine Ponder. And allow me to say that I'm very grateful for your patience. And I'm grateful that you, if this is your first time, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video and to tune in. And I'm very grateful. I invite you that the chat room is open. The chat room is open. It never left. The chat room is open. Some things don't change. Okay, my email address is, I may as well turn this on now because you're going to need to see it. So I may as well just bring this over here, bring this over here. Get that out of the way, move. If you care to email me, my email address is bwilliams mmsc@yahoo.com. And I do check my emails regularly. Okay, we've had the meditation. We'll move on. We are still looking at the gift of imagination and how imagination helps us to prosper. How imagination works from the law of attraction. The short version of the law of attraction is, because of what we talk about or think about, we bring it into our life, world, and affairs. Whatever we talk about, whatever we think about, whatever we say, we bring it into our life, world, and affairs. Therefore, the law of attraction also works hand in hand with the law of the spiritual gift of imagination. Can you see this? I hope so. The imagination is the engine which creates mental pictures that generate energy and drive for you and me to achieve our goals. Whatever the goal is, tell yourself, yes, I can. With the required effort, your goal will come from the invisible, where you can touch, feel. It will come from the invisible, where you cannot touch or feel, and it will make its way to the visible, where you can touch and feel, and others will be able to touch and see and feel what it is you had imagined. So if you imagined that you wanted to take a test in school, you wanted a relationship, well, you had that in your imagination, right? So you dressed up your imagination. You put feet on it, you got put a face on it. Whatever the goal is, you put materialism on it. You made it manifest so it could come into the visible. That which is not seen is temporary. That which is seen is permanent. All right? Here we go. Now, if you notice, I brought this to the attention of the first video, first showing. Here are some, if you notice, because this is his imagination. He's imagining. So first he sees a soccer ball, right? He sees kites. There is an illumined sphere there. There is a house, butterflies. Guess that's a dragonfly. That's a person. But I had to look very closely, and I saw an 8 there, an 8. And I said to myself, okay, what does 8 signify? Well, let's move on. The imagination is one of the 12 spiritual innate powers where we were born with. The gift of imagination is a powerful gift because it creates an identification mark into the subconscious mind. Now let's go back to this number 8. Regarding the image, there is an 8 within the image. Number 8 symbolizes balance and inner stability. It is a message from the angels that you need to settle things in your head and make peace with yourself. That is the only way to make spiritual progress in your life, by making spiritual peace. You must make spiritual peace in your life. The promised land. What is your promised land? What is your vision or your goal? How many friends, family, or associates can see the vision or goals that you have set for yourself? Are they naysayers, or do they actually see the vision that you have for yourself? Remember, others may not share your vision. They may only see the wasteland. They may see unfruitful, dry bones and dry land. Is it important to you to tell others about your dreams, goals, which leads to your promised land? Is it important to you? You may want to rethink who you tell what to. Why? Because the energies may not be in sync. Your energy and the person's energy may not be in sync. And then on top of that, you tell your goal or your aspiration to that person. And oh, by the way, they may mention it to someone else. And that someone else that they mention it to may not have the vibes and the energy that you and the initial person have in the first place. So if someone trusts you enough to tell you something, be respectful enough to not tell it to someone else. Keep it to yourself. If it's good news, keep it to yourself. If it's bad news, keep it to yourself. Why? You do not want negativity floating around your atmosphere when you were the one that brought it up in the first place. So if someone tells you something, keep it to yourself. If it's really negative, just say, look, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything negative. Even if it's good, you may not even want to hear it if it's good, depending on who it's coming from and their energy. So I guess what I'm saying is, if it's important to you to tell others, fine. But remember the law of attraction. Okay. Remember the law of cause and effect. What goes around comes around. So just be mindful of who you tell what to. Be mindful. That's all I'm saying. Promised land. If you remember, there were 12 spies sent out to assess the promised land. 2 of the 12 saw the potential. See the picture? The picture has potential. They saw the potential, where the other 10 did not see potential at all. The objective was to go to the promised land and be able to envision water, be able to envision building buildings, having synagogues, churches, markets, what have you. So even though 12 spies went, 10 of them went back and gave the report. They don't see no way in the world how anything's going to be built there. Nothing. Whereas the other two had the gift of imagination, and they could see that although what they saw with their two eyes, there was more behind the scenes. There was hope there. There was imagination. Okay. So again, be mindful of who you tell what to. From the book of, this is an apocryphal book. From the book of Esdras, second book, the chapter is 16, and the verse is 63. He knows your imaginations and what you think in your hearts. Woe to those who sin and want to hide their sins. Now, as you know, I'm a metaphysician and I do not believe in the word sin or sinner. Therefore, the word sin means mistakes. Remember, God does not judge. God does not judge. Whatever I've done in the past, I do not live there anymore. The past are all learning experiences. I am absolved. We are made by the creator of all. Therefore, we are not a mistake. Let's say this again. Spirit does not judge. Whatever I have done in the past, I do not live there anymore. The past are all learning experiences. Like this second taping here for this presentation, there's something I failed to do in the first one. I am paying much more attention now to make sure that this is a learning experience, and this is my last learning experience for this particular presentation. I am absolved. We're all absolved. First of all, in order, this is a theory. The theory is we believe in forgiveness, right? We believe in the theory of forgiveness. But just walk with me on this. You don't have to believe it. Just be open. Let's just say that there was no such word as forgiveness. Let's just say that whatever source it is we believe in, because it's all about love. And because there's nothing we can do to take its love of us out of its heart. In other words, it loves us. It's all about love, one love. And it's not the type of parent or guardian that will punish. So there's nothing at all that we have done to be judged. Therefore, there is nothing to forgive, because there was nothing done in the first place that warrants forgiveness, because there is nothing to forgive, because the individual or the entity or the source or divine mind or God or whatever word you want to use is all about love. It is consumed and create about love. So when you put discipline or punishment or judgment or sin into its database, and then you click enter, waiting on some form of an answer, it does not compute. Judgment does not compute. You understand? So when you put forgiveness in the computer, there's no computing, because there was never any judgment in the first place. Now, I don't know any other way to word it. No judgment in the first place. All love. Acts of the Apostles, from the book of Acts of the Apostles, 17th chapter, 29th verse. I don't know who he's talking to, but he's sending a message to someone, to the crew about something. It's very important. Since we are God's offsprings, we ought not to think that the deity is like gold or silver or stone, an image formed by the art and the imagination of mortals. Yes, we are the offsprings, but we're not offsprings of something that can be manufactured. Okay. The only manufacturer is the source of all there is, the great creator. You call it whatever is comfortable for you. The galaxy, the cosmos, the stars, the energy, force, whatever. There's only one. And we are made in its image. And we are the offspring. And the offspring, we are not iron, and we're not clay, and you know what I mean? We are flesh. So just think, just open your mind and just think. Acts of the Apostles, here's my little commentary. We are the children of the divine, wise mind, source of all there is. Whatever the source is designed to do, we are the offspring. So this means I and you and we. That means that we can do all things. Again, whatever the source is designed to do, and since we are designed by the designer, then whatever the designer can do, since we're designed by it and it doesn't know anything else but to create that which it is, then that means we are able to do the same thing that our higher power can do. Yes. Yes. It all begins here. If you don't think you can't do it, you won't. If you think you can do it, you can. You either can or you won't. You either will try or you won't. And it is just that simple. Where was I? Oh, yes. Think of God as the eternal source, not man. If you choose to use your imagination, the question is, how big is your God? In the book of Deuteronomy, but I don't want to go back too far. How big is your God? How big is your source? How big is your divine mind, wise mind? How big is it? Is it as big as the Pacific Ocean? That's pretty big. Is it as big as all of the oceans combined? Is it as big as, I heard somewhere today, something about something the size of 3 Earths? Is it the size of 3 Earths? Your higher power. Is it the size of the galaxy, the cosmos? Well, there's no wrong answer. It's just however you think, or however big your God is, then that is when you approach your source of all there is, then you're coming to it with a very small, limited consciousness. So when you come to it with the knowing that it's greater and bigger than we could possibly imagine, and that which we want, we present it to him. Yes, we're going to have to do the work, of course, but that which we present, then we are to expect results. Again, we must do the work. All right. So if you go to your higher power with, I don't know if you can see this. This is a cap from lipstick. If you go to your higher power with this much hope and belief in it, then that's how much of results you're going to get. If you go to your higher power with, this is a blanket, with this much open faith, then that's how much you're going to get. If you go to your higher power with envision all of the oceans and rivers, all of the oceans and all of the seas combined, if that's how big your higher power is, then that is the belief system that you're going to be working with, your faith. If you go to your higher power with limitless, with a concept of unlimited, it is an unlimited source. Is it an unlimited God with no limitations? Then you're going to it knowing, with the knowingness that there is nothing that it can't do. Therefore, since we're made in the image, light, and likeness, then there's nothing that we cannot do either. If it created us and there's nothing that it cannot do, and it made us, that means that there's nothing we cannot do either. And that is my concept of a higher power. You don't have to believe it. As I said, have an open mind. Are we still screen sharing? Yes, we are. Very good. Oh, you should have seen me the first one, the first taping. Oh, boy, was I shining. From the book of Deuteronomy. Now, this is the entire chapter of Deuteronomy, but I broke it all the way down. Calm down. I broke it all the way down. This entire commandment that I command you today, you must diligently observe so that you may live and increase and go in and occupy the land that the Lord promised on oath to your ancestors. This is the promised land. I mean, this promise was given a long time ago, before this message was given to whomever, that the oath was given to the ancestors, that the land is promised. It was promised to the ancestors. So when the 12 spies went to the promised land, they didn't 10 didn't see anything. The fact still remains that the oath of the land was promised to the ancestors. Go figure. Here we are. Why we must walk in the wilderness. Why must we walk in the wilderness? First of all, we all have a wilderness experience. All of us from one time to another. We all have wilderness experiences. They don't the good news is they don't last forever. But when they come to visit. They don't come to stay. They're like the in-laws. Thank God they don't come to stay. They come to visit. And if you love your in-laws, very good. Verse 2, remember the long way that I have. Remember the long way that the Lord your God has led you these 40 years in the wilderness to humble you, testing you to know what was in your heart, whether or not you would keep his commandments. He humbled you by letting you hunger, then feeding you with manna, which neither you nor your ancestors were acquainted, in order to make you understand that one does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. The metaphysical meaning of the word manna. Manna, the bread of life, the word of God, represents the realization that the divine substance is everywhere present in every part of the consciousness. So therefore, when it's read, he humbled you by letting you hunger, then feeding you with manna. You were hungry, not you, but we're hungry initially. Hungry for life, strength, faith, imagination, power, order. We're hungry for love. We're hungry for power, wisdom. We're hungry. So we're hungry for the bread of life. Okay. So instead of giving manna, we're hungry for the bread of life, the word of God or the word of the source, hearing some form of a message of confidence and assurance from the source of all there is, whatever you believe in, divine wise mind, Allah, whatever it is you believe in. You're listening for comfort. You're listening for a message of hope. Okay. So then it represents the realization that the divine substance is like you see this, anything you can touch and feel, that's substance. This lipstick, this is substance. Anything you can touch and feel, it's substance. This paper, substance. Anything you can touch and feel is substance. Okay. So represents the realization that the divine substance is everywhere present in every part of the consciousness. Divine substance. Why we must walk in the wilderness. The clothes on your back did not wear out, and your feet did not swell for the 40 years. Know then in your heart that as a parent disciplines a child, so the Lord your God disciplines you. Discipline can also mean to correct. For example, to correct childish behavior from adult behavior. So in other words, the girls' night out, we may have a girls' night out every month or if you're married in your relationship, then you set the parameters down on your own. But if you're single, then you have your girls' night out, whatever's comfortable for you. All right. And in doing that, that's setting an example of discipline. Okay. If you're owning your own business or you're developing your own business, you must be disciplined to do it. So you know that everything must be either correct or you're in a learning curve. You are learning what not to do. And if you're not learning what not to do, hold on, you will learn what not to do. But discipline can also mean to correct. So we are correcting our own childish behavior and going into a much more mature behavior with a mature outlook on life. Deuteronomy 8:1-6, the message is about God's purpose while we're in the wilderness. Therefore, keep the commandments of the Lord your God by what? Walking in his ways and by fearing them. Well, first of all, what are the ways to fear? This is what I don't understand. If the Creator loves me, which it does, why must I fear it? I know I was raised Baptist, and I was raised to be a God-fearing person. I think what it means is um, to follow the commandments and to just do the right thing. I don't get the fearing part. I'm not challenging anyone at all about your belief system. I'm not. Let my grandmother tell it, and I quote, I am a God-fearing woman. That's my grandmother. To this very day, I just don't understand why, if my higher power made me, then I must be missing something. I don't understand what it is for me to fear, but I'm a work in progress. Questions and answers. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give us a treat, honey. I messed up before, but I'm not going to mess up this time, honey. I'm going to pull it together, and I'm going to make up for what happened before, honey. Watch me. It's going to be very appropriate. Very appropriate. Did we do this one? Hold on. Stop. Okay. You're going to love me. And all I have to say to you is, you're welcome. Now, stop share. We want to go. So I'm going to make sure we get this one right. I want to make sure I get this one right. And share this one. We're going to get this one right. Let my soul surrender. Okay. Oh, wait, more. Share sound. Okay. We're ready. All righty then, turn my lights. There's one more thing I have to do before the sound. So sorry, can't do it. Very sorry. Next time. Oh boy, this is after 10 o'clock. I was supposed to be done, finished 2 hours ago, but that's okay. That's good. Learning experiences. Learning experiences. I have one more. Not learning experience, because we all have our learning experiences. Okay. As you know, so first of all, just let me say that I want to thank everybody, all of you, for first of all, your patience, for sticking it out with me. No, that's not the way I want to put it. I want to thank you very much for walking me through my wilderness experience, walking me through the experiences that I'm learning. I'm a work in progress. And I really want to thank you for the time that you've invested and for tuning in. I appreciate you. I love you. And if it wasn't for you, there would be no Lessons with Reverend Barbara. And having that said, let us go out now with the prayer of protection. And it is: the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. This is so, and so it is. Thank you, and good night.